Like I have neighbours in the room like next to mine because the house, and I just always think there's someone in my house. It's terrifying.
Were you just too busy jacking it? Is that what you're doing?
Oh no, guys, no.
It's not at all. It's too hot to do that. It's super... The console war is over. Edge have confirmed it. That's it. We're done. Hey, welcome to Tea Break, a new show where we, the only show, beverage-based chat show on the planet with no wind in the garden. The only one. My name's Marcus. Drinking iced coffee, no ice.
My name's Kate, and I'm drinking water, diet water.
My name's Tom. I'm drinking other sugar-free soft drinks are available.
Yeah, we thought we'd chat about the week, what we did, what we didn't do, or more free-form, less edited format. So, what have we been doing, guys?
Playing games.
We were playing them. We were playing that sweet video. But anyway, you saw first episode of a trial run show. Saw what we're doing. It's called a Super Game Show. It's got news. It's got this girl in front of the camera chatting about it. You enjoy it?
It's lovely.
You enjoy it?
It's great to watch.
Yeah, you wasn't there.
It's great to do.
But no, we broke the mold with that. We thought we'd take to the streets and ask people what they thought about Mattrick. Main point of that show was we just wanted to talk about loads of people are getting really butt mad and just super.
Can you say that?
I don't know. Loads of people are getting really jimmied about Don Mattrick and his salary. Which if I was in the company, I'd probably be pretty PO'd that his salary was like 19 million.
It's
first
a
year,
lot of money.
and he's got a lot of stock options, which over the next like 5 years will pay like 50 million dividends, which is crazy for a company that is just laying off. So it has laid off so many employees, and like they're kind of in the shitter. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't actually think I know enough about it to form an informative opinion. Like, it's always going to happen. You're going to get people at the top making big bucks. But I imagine he's going to have to work for it. I mean, It's not like Zynga are flying high at the moment.
I guess what people thought of that, the management of Zynga, was they were basically paying this much per year to still have a company.
Pretty much, yeah.
Basically, because if you don't know the story, so Zynga, Zynga, they do Farmville and like Ville everything, and they got really, really great for when they were doing Farmville, and then in the past few months they've been losing a lot of money and having to lay off people. And so Don Mattrick, as you know from Xbox, announced he was resigning from Xbox and then jumping ship to Zynga. But the reason Zynga chose him was because he's got like loads and loads of experience doing online community type stuff. Like he made Xbox Live kind of what it is, made to get that many players.
And that's no small feat, to be fair.
No, like Xbox Live is like we're gamers and we don't we value other I think PlayStation Network's better because of the services it has, but I don't think most people know about that. So I think he really made Xbox something huge. I think probably the same as Zynga, but
it's got a different customer base though.
Yeah,
Xbox Live is the kind of people who want to play multiplayer online games.
Yeah,
Call of Duty, that kind of thing. Zynga is not. It's for bored.
But I think what I did with Xbox Live, particularly when the 360 came around, was that he really kind of just opened up to everyone, and they made it because loads of people got 360s. That was their console. Kids would get it, and adults play it. It's kind of what he did with this whole with TV. He made it accessible to everyone. With that, with their reveal, it was focused mainly around fantasy football and ESPN. But yeah.
I'm sure he'll do a good job, and he'll get Zynga back up and running, and it'll be worth it for the company.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I think because when you think about the specific expertise he has, and what he's going to bring to the table, I think he can with like a whole different perspective on Zynga. I think he's good. He
spent a lot of time in business.
Yeah. Well, he I looked him up, and he started. He got into game developing. He published his first game when he was 17, and he founded his own business when he was 17. And then he just moved up, and his company got like either bought or they were contracted by EA. Then he was moved into a management role in EA, and then it just was up from there. And then he moved up to.
So he clearly knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So
Like,
he
I know
knows.
people probably don't like him,
Yeah.
but he's good at what he does.
But
Yeah.
what if Zynga can't be saved? What if Facebook gaming is kind of a done thing?
I don't think
Can't
it's ever
really
going to
be-
be a
I
done
don't think
thing.
it is.
Because you'll probably find that
Yeah.
most people that play that kind of game, as you said, they're just bored people on the computer, and you're always going to have bored people on your computer.
Yeah.
But I thought the appeal of Farmville was if you play it for long enough, you get good at it. So what's the point in bringing out Farmville 2? You have to start all over again.
New features.
I
people
thought
like.
I thought mainly the point of Farmville wasn't that you get good at it. It's that it just runs for a really long time, and you get shiny badges and things, and like it's, I guess
But there are better games out there
yeah, we know
with the
that.
same kind of.
Yeah, but
premise.
I reckon what you'll find is that the kind of people that are playing Facebook games are going to be like parents at home that when their kids are at school, they'll be on Facebook playing
And
Farmville.
to save Zynga, it's got to become focal again, like really at the centre of Facebook. And Don Mattrick may make it so it's not on Facebook anymore. He may there's a possibility. There's a site called OMG Pop. Is that right? Is that a thing? Which that is a kind of like online multiplayer gaming experience thing. And I can imagine if for some reason it makes more sense to go onto their own servers and their own website. I don't know if it will, but I can imagine Don Mattrick doing that
The thing
kind
is,
of
though,
thing.
Facebook's got
Yeah,
the
everyone's
audience
on
there.
it's
Everyone's
got
on Facebook,
everyone.
so if they can just better advertise it on Facebook, they'll get
Yeah.
more
I
players.
think Facebook might end up being kind of phased out. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be.
That's not true.
People use it for events and for talking to each other.
When are you on your computer and not on Facebook?
I tend to use Twitter more at the moment.
When are you on your computer and not on Facebook?
That's a good point.
Yeah, but I don't game on it.
No,
I'm
but
not
you're
the
still
So
on
like
only
it.
you're
audience,
part of the
maybe.
audience, and the thing is like
Yeah.
it's expanding.
Yeah.
It was like ages ago when Facebook opened up their API and they got all the apps in there, and that just kind of ballooned.
But is there that much money in it?
Yeah.
I mean, there
Yeah.
must
They have-
be, because they're paying
Zynga
a
came
guy
out of nowhere.
19 million. But
Yeah.
at the moment, I can't imagine that they're really making a whole lot of profit.
Zynga.
Well,
no,
not right at the
they're
moment.
making
Obviously,
lots.
that's why they're bringing on Mattrick. But
Where
But
does it come from? I don't think I've ever paid for it.
people
for
pay.
a-
People pay. Like they don't want to grind, so they'll pay to
It's rubbish.
get new stuff.
yeah,
It's microtransactions on the game. That's how apps work. Free apps work. It's the same thing.
But if you're making all your money from the people who can't be bothered to play a game for long enough, then eventually
Well,
all
which
you're going to
is-
be left with is the really good players who've paid 80 quid to get there, and that's not fun.
Yeah, but they don't care.
Oh no, Zynga don't care. I care.
yeah. But they're still going to make like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, if they turn it around. To be fair, I don't know enough because I don't know why Zynga has got in a bad state. I probably should have looked that up before we talked about this or before we. did that
One of the
commentary.
guys who got laid off talked about it.
Did he say why they were
um,
losing so much money?
Yeah, because essentially, other companies bring out free to play but pay to
Yeah,
get better
that's
games, and Zynga go, oh, let's copy that.
It's a format that's ballooned though.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
everywhere now.
Yeah, I guess when they first did it, Farmville was the definitive Facebook game.
Yeah,
And
and everyone
now-
copied that, and then Zynga is copying everyone else. And the problem is, I
'Cause-
think he said that Zynga just doesn't have a very good, business model at the moment. They don't really know where to go next. I think that's a big problem.
Yeah, which is what Mattrick's going to bring, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's just thinking about how many jobs could have been saved with 19 million, and if they sold
Not
some
just
stock.
jobs. It could have been jobs. It could have been development team. No, obviously that's a
No,
job. but, like,
that's what I mean. Like just those 500 people. I think how many salaries 19 million pays for a year.
How much
like
did
for
he get
developer
paid at
salaries.
Xbox? Do we know?
I don't know.
It must have been less.
Yeah, no, it must have been nice.
I don't think many people are on £19 million.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder how Xbox were paying him less than Zynga. Xbox
Because he wasn't.
Microsoft.
No, but this is it. He's CEO of Zynga now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's
he was pretty high
he's
up
the
in
top old dog.
Yeah.
Also, they were
Xbox.
talking about a restructuring, and I think
Yeah.
I think it was decided before E3 and before everything went a bit rubbish. But Mattrick couldn't have stayed around for a lot longer.
Mm.
Like really, the E3 was just awful.
Do you
Just
think
continuous
Zynga regret
lies.
hiring him? after
No,
seeing
not
E3?
at all, not at all. Because as I said, I think he's
He's still good at what he does.
He took Xbox Live from a weird kind of thing, and you just got really big. And I think we'll do the same thing with Zynga.
But that could have been
Yes.
a lucky thing. You just happened to make it good, maybe.
I don't know. Luck,
Unlucky.
like I don't think luck comes into it very much. Well,
if
actually,
he
no.
did it at the right time with just the right audience.
Yeah, but how
and
do
the
you know
right
he's not
kind
going
of
to do that?
games.
How do you know he's not going to do that again?
I just don't have much faith in Facebook gaming.
Yeah, but like it's a lot bigger than people give it credit for. So
Yeah, probably, but
Yeah.
I guess I just don't
lot
really
of
know
people
anyone
in
who
the world.
plays it or who
Well, we
pays
don't.
for it. Yeah.
I do. I know loads of people play it.
No.
Do they pay for it?
I'm sure some of them have done because
Well-
it's only like 69p per transaction.
Even
like.
and even stuff like Candy Crush, which everyone plays apart from me apparently. Even people playing that, like they're generating revenue for them through advertising, and it's Facebook advertising, so it's very directed and very. Is Candy Crush Facebook?
No.
Can be
You
Facebook.
can link
Is
it?
it?
to Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get like rewards for linking it to Facebook.
Yeah, because
So-
you're paying with your information.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good. Anyway, Spuds Mackenzie. I can't remember what he was called in the end. Spud Jones, Derby Spuds. That was it.
Okay.
Derby Spuds seemed pretty jimmied, as did Liberty Freedom and Treehouse.
I think they're pretty representative of the extra population.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of baristas slash trained doctors. Derby Spuds. Anyway, but we haven't just been talking about Mattrick. Oh, we do argue with each other a lot. Too much. I don't know if I'm shot here. Well, if not, you don't see my face for the whole thing. Anyway,
Must be.
what have we been playing this week? You
Okay.
guys.
Well, I've been playing Animal Crossing pretty much non-stop. It's one of those games that you can just play non-stop and it doesn't punish you, it doesn't really reward you, it's just kind of a relaxing thing to do. You could play it...
Kind of like Farmville.
No, because I was going to say I didn't have to pay for it. I did pay for it. It's probably more expensive than Farmville when it comes down to it, but it's been getting just such a good reception online and from such an unexpected mixture of people. You've got, well, most people would assume that it's kind of a game for kids and
I
girls,
always thought
which
it
is
was
wrong.
like a 12-year-old kid game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
it can be. It
It appeals so
can be.
much to like apparently the 30-year-old commuter as well.
Yeah,
And just
it's
like
because there's no
everyone.
stress in it. So I don't really know a huge amount about it, but I know everyone on my Twitter feed has been playing it. So is it a 1-to-1 day-to-night cycle, or no?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's a bit
So
off on
weird.
like obviously in the summer because it gets darker later.
But
in the real
like,
world,
what,
it doesn't
but
actually
1 hour
copy
is
that.
1 hour.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
weird.
and it actually like the shops in the game open at 8 or 9 in the morning and close at about 10. 11
And
in the
you haven't
evening.
like changed your clock or anything.
No, you can do. That's one of the things you
Yeah.
can do in the game is like time travel.
To,
It's just so open. You can do whatever you want. Really, you can decorate your house.
well, whatever
however
you want in the Animal Crossing, you
in the scope of the game.
grow some crops.
Yeah, but it's surprisingly open. You can, fish,
Catch bugs.
catch bugs,
Lots of catching bugs.
go deep sea diving. You can do it for money. You can do it to collect items because they have sets of items. You can do it just for fun. You
So-
can do it to collect the fish.
The thing just vibrated. When you're put... Hang on. Is time still going? Yeah. When you're put in the world, what's your incentive for doing things? Like, what the very first thing? I can understand that later in the game it's just fun to do things, but what happens when you... I don't even know how you get into the game. Parachute in?
No, you come in on a train. The Animal Crossing franchise it's been going on for a while. You have games on the GameCube and the Wii, the DS before the 3DS. The premise of every single game so far has been you turn up in a village and that's about it. You get given a house and you're like, go. One of the main points of the game is you have to pay off your house loan, but there's no punishment for not paying off your house loan. There's a reward.
Isn't there like...
There's no interest.
No, the guy
Isn't-
doesn't come and break your legs. He's just like, yeah, pay it off whenever you want.
is this Tom Nook?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
'cause, like-
scary raccoon guy.
Yeah, because my feed is filled up with saying like, if I don't pay up, Tom Nook's gonna break my legs.
See, the thing is,
Scary.
everyone says he's like the villain of the game. He's
Yeah.
because that's one of the best things.
No Twitter integration.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it. Are we
Okay.
recording?
Yeah. Hey, we haven't figured out how to use our camera yet, so we had to take it off where we left off because it cut out.
Yeah. So, Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I think is really, really clever about Animal Crossing, the new one, is that it's got this inbuilt Twitter integration. I mean, the 3DS isn't really known for its internet capabilities, but you could go on the internet, log into Twitter, and post photos taken as a screenshot on 3DS, which you just press the shoulder buttons for. You can post them straight onto Twitter, like from your 3DS. You don't have to do anything. You can play Animal Crossing, get off it, go on the internet, and go back on it. And it's really clever. And it automatically adds the hashtag ACNL. So you're posting these directly from your 3DS, and it all comes up on this thing. And I don't even mind, because it's great. You type in the hashtag, and you can just look through what everyone else is doing in their village. And mostly it's people taking screenshots of weird things that their villagers have said. Like, they ask for you to create them little phrases that they say at the end of sentences. One of the best ones I've found is "in my bed," because they're like, "Hey, you should come over later in my bed," and I'm just like, "Ha ha ha."
Well, is this to try and emulate regional dialect? Is that the thing?
I'm not really sure.
Because it's like, if you're like from Cornwall, it'd be, "Hey, welcome to the town. Have a pasty." I don't know. I don't know.
Spot on.
Is that?
You can just put whatever you want. They start off with set catchphrases that are normally based on whatever animal they are. So, for example, there's a robot frog in my village, and he just makes sort of generic
animal.
robot noises.
It's
No,
a robot.
there's also a unicorn. It's not all realistic animals.
Which is, people have been raving about a frog that sings. Is that a different one? Frog on a boat that sings? Or
Oh, no, yeah. He's not really a frog. I think he's a turtle. But, yeah, this is one of the things that apparently makes it Game of the Year. If this game doesn't win Game of the Year, I'll be really surprised, because it's so good. You go to this tropical island, and while it's loading, the frog sings a song. No, the turtle sings a song. And
is it Blood on the Leaves by Kanye West?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Great.
Conspiracy.
I just realised that we haven't got that bit in the video, so we don't know what we're talking about. We'll just play your clip.
Running naked down the lobby, and you were screaming that you love me before the limelight told you.
It's a different song every time.
But apparently, like, the melody's
the same.
is really good, but like the text just works as well with it.
Yeah,
Like,
there's one song about how he once had a boat that was a cucumber, but then he could only fit one person on it because he kept eating his boat.
That's meaningful.
Yeah.
I do want to get, like, it's one of these, every now and then I'll get, like, I will see a game for the 3DS or even for the DS, like, that makes me want to buy those consoles.
It's really good, and I think it's coming back in a big way. That sounds really lame. But
DS sales have picked up quite a lot recently.
yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was Animal Crossing. I mean, there's also Luigi's Mansion 2.
Apparently that wasn't very good.
Not very good, but it's Luigi's Mansion. It sells consoles. Fire Emblem, I think, came out.
Yeah, that's really good. I know, I don't know about these things, because I got rid the last... Yeah, I had a DS the first year it came out, and then I got rid of it, because I was a kid. So I haven't been keeping up with any of these Nintendo
I mean,
games.
I have a DS, not a 3DS, I have a DS. But I just
get Fire Emblem, apparently that's great.
It's not really my thing, I'm not really into RPGs.
Fair enough.
There are so many franchises that are made for the 3DS, like the Layton series, the Phoenix Wright series,
yeah, all
the
that
crossover
kind of stuff.
of those two, and it's just, they make it worth it. And the Paper Mario game came out recently. It was alright.
Yeah, Sanu, hit me with your sweet game knowledge.
Well, this week, what have I been playing? I've been playing quite a lot of Assassin's Creed, but that's boring, so I'll gloss over that. But I've been playing State of Decay, which is it's
got really good reviews.
XBLA release, and it's really good.
So, what is it in a nutshell?
Okay, well, if people are familiar with DayZ, which is the Arma 2 mod,
DayZ, localization. You gotta. Anyway, go on.
People are familiar with DayZ. It's kind of that, but with more like community mechanics, and it's single player.
What
as
mechanics?
Well. Community mechanics.
What does that mean?
So like.
Oh, NPCs and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean like an online
I thought you meant
community.
like. Yeah.
You can't just use big words. Pretend that they're a thing.
Damn it.
It's not a thing.
No, but it's really good. So you start off you're on a camping trip, and zombies, and that's basically it.
Oh,
And
so it
then-
actually has a story, like a beginning.
That doesn't sound like a story.
No, but like, what with DayZ, it's like zombies. That's the story.
Yeah.
The story is just zombies.
Well,
it's like,
there are missions that you can do.
but I'm guessing there was an end to the game, is there?
There's an end to the missions, but not an end to the game. You can keep
Right.
building your community as much as you want. And the great thing about it is just how organic it feels. Like, so the first group of people you come across are just in a church, and they've built up camp, and you can go there and you can like upgrade things. So you can make better weapons. You can make tools. You can fortify the place, and so it's kind of like you're there to develop the
Okay,
community and help it.
Yeah.
And you can go out on scouting missions if you're running low on certain supplies. But like, that's it. There's no real objectives. I mean, there are story objectives, but you can just completely ignore them. But like, you can be sitting around just doing some stuff, and then suddenly there'll be a wandering horde that just gets to
That's pretty cool.
your base, and you have to defend it and stuff like that. And also, which is a big thing, which is you don't have a set character.
That's really cool.
You can die as your character,
Yeah.
and then you just switch to another character,
So
and that character's dead forever.
and can you grow the base of people who you can switch to, or does
yeah,
it
yeah,
not
yeah,
matter?
yeah. So you rescue people from the surrounding areas.
Can
and
you
like,
ever run out of people?
I can imagine if you're really bad at the game.
No. I just wondered what would happen, like if there's an end to it. Like,
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if you can get overwhelmed and all your characters die. But yeah, like the great. It's just really
Yeah.
organic.
But it's like a
kind of.
third-person game.
Yeah.
So like, how's the shooting mechanics in it?
I tend to not use weapons at the moment because I'm fairly early in, so I'm just like quite a lot of melee, which the melee combat isn't great. I'm going to be
What's
honest.
the weapon?
I imagine not in like a third-person one that's mainly about driving and shooting.
It's not really much about. Like, you can drive, but it's not
Oh.
about. The thing is, there's so many different mechanics in it. It's hard to make them all incredible.
Yeah.
And I think what they skimped out on was the combat. So like, there's quite a lot of.
Okay.
Like, I do quite a lot of trying to avoid all of that stuff, or just driving down with the door open. Just
Yeah. So what are the
Right.
mechanics that aren't the action? Like
okay. Well, it's mainly like, so you can go out and you can scout houses that you could build a stronghold
Okay.
in.
Yep.
So like you can, eventually you can make an entire town then like safe to be in, and that's your community, and like it's just a balance of whether you want to fortify one place, whether you want to spread out, how you're going to defend all these places, just like trying to clear out the zombies. It's kind of like if there was a real life zombie apocalypse, it would play out quite a bit like State of Decay.
How the fuck would you know?
Because because I'm very important and I know these things. No, but like there's a lot of it's just really
Okay,
well
fair
thought
enough,
out.
fair
It's just
enough.
really well thought out, and the way it feels and the way it pans out is just really good.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like an interest. I do like the idea that when you die, it goes to another person.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. I'm guessing there's no really emotional attachment to any of the characters.
I mean, like I've got emotion attached to the guy I started with as.
When he died.
But, he's not dead yet.
Oh.
But like if you go out scouting and like one of your guys can just get killed.
Yeah.
Like because you go out as a
Sad.
team sometimes and like they can just and they're gone.
Do you get
Do
to
they-
forge relationships
did they
with
drop
the
mad
other
loot?
characters?
Do they drop mad loot? Not really, because no one's really packing that much heat. You can only carry a certain amount of
That's
stuff.
not what that word means.
Huh?
Nothing.
I know. They don't have that. Okay, fine, whatever. They don't have that much stuff on them.
Well, packing heat refers to guns, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they do
Okay.
have guns as well.
I was thinking.
What did you think it was?
I thought dicks.
Yeah,
That's
they
what it does mean.
They just die and they just drop
means
their
that
dicks
too.
everywhere.
Doesn't it?
No.
Well.
But I'd recommend State of Decay to.
Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks. But so it's Xbox Live Arcade only, or it's out on PC?
I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think it is actually just an Xbox release.
Well, Summer Arcade starting up. I'm looking forward to South Park, Stick of Truth. Looks good. It does look really good because they've got to the point where they can make the games look like the show.
Yeah.
It's like side scrolling and the camera's kind of dynamic and it zooms in. That's good. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Other than that, it's not the last
What
one.
about you, Marcus?
I've been playing a whole lot, really. I've been reading and watching a lot about Killer is Dead.
Breeding.
Yeah, I've been breeding a lot of Pokemons.
I thought you meant breeding like having
Sound
children,
like
not Pokemon.
Oh.
There's different
That's
types of
where my
breeding.
mind goes.
Ditto, the red
Ditto.
Pokemon.
Ditto can make a whole lot of shit. That's pink goo.
Oh god,
Woo!
okay. Ditto, the red
Ditto.
Pokemon.
Ditto can make a whole lot of shit. That's pink goo.
Oh god,
Woo!
okay.
Yeah, I've been reading and watching a lot of that. I think I'm going to make a vid about it, but it's good. It's Suda51, who made Killer 7, which was super edgy and like weird mechanics, and he did No More Heroes, which I haven't played.
That was a Wii release.
Wii, and then it got ported to 360 and PS3,
okay.
so it looked good. No More Heroes 2 also came out. I think that was... I can't remember what platforms, but he did like Lollipop Chainsaw as well, which wasn't as great.
Yeah.
Like people even said the mechanics weren't good, which is...
Right.
Anyway. But no, Killer Instinct looks good. It's a hack and slash game, which just visually it just looks amazing. It's for current gen platforms, but it looks super nice.
Is it stylized?
Really neon. Yeah, super stylized, really neon. Sparks flying everywhere, and it like plays out in episodes, but it's really like cheesy Japanese. It's like, it's just some of the cutscenes.
I imagine the voice acting is going to be incredible.
No, like it's actually quite funny. Like it's really well done, but just the outlet. Like I was watching a cutscene. It's in a trailer. So in this cutscene there's a guy called, I think he's called Mondo Zappa, and he's meant to be like a James Bond kind of character doing like assassination things, but like he's a bit more professional and much more of a he's like James Bond Japanese style, like crazy, and he's like talking to someone who's assigning him a mission, who's like this girl, and he goes like, I'll perform this assassination with a discounted rate. All I need is a kiss. And then like the girl like covers her eyes and goes kiss. And then just like cuts away to someone else like half dressed, and it's just horrendous.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then
I don't think I'd be able to handle that.
And then it cuts to it cuts to a girl like on his lap, and like she's going, Mondo-san, will you look up? Something
No,
Oh.
don't know. I just don't think I could deal with that.
To Tsundere. How do I pronounce that?
I have no idea.
I'd better, because the people watching this can know how to pronounce it. TS.
It's quite sky blue.
Funny
Okay,
that.
we need to learn how much battery we got on this camera, so we're going to have to wrap it up really quick. There's no wrap up here. It was...